Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I will tell you about a story of a student who wants to be strongest in his school. This story I took from the film Crow Zero, a film that comes from Japan. I think almost all boys know about this film. This film is played by Genji as the main character. Well, I will immediately tell the story of Genji in becoming the strongest in his school. Genji is someone who has just entered Suzuran School, a school that is only filled by male students and is identical to a black school uniform like this. At the beginning of Genji entry, he was welcomed by several gangs who want to attack his school. And of course, Genji was able to win the fight. And at the time, he met Serizawa, who was also a student at Suzuran, and was Genji's classmate who would later become his rival. The first step that Genji has to take in becoming a ruler in Suzuran is recruiting members. With the help of Tageri, who is one of the gang members involved with Genji in the fight at the beginning of the story. Then Tageri explained the structure in Suzuran in which there are several groups involved, led by their respective leaders. After Genji was explained about the structure in Suzuran, he returned to his home. Genji is a son of Yakuza boss, and Genji's goals of wanting to conquer Suzuran is because his father will give him the throne if Genji is able to conquer and become the strongest in Suzuran school. Starting from the first day, where Genji was looking for members, where he had to defeat everyone who was the strongest in each class. The first person he defeated was Chuta, who was the leader in one of the classes. After defeating him, Genji asked for an explanation, who was the person who led in every good group for him to recruit as a member. And Chuta suggests recruiting a leader, namely Makise, a strong person, and never give up. But Chuta advises not to fight with him. If you want to recruit him, because Makise is person who is strong and he stands. So the way to recruit Makise is to introduce him to woman, because Makise is a person who has never had a girlfriend. And the next day, Genji meets Makise to ask him to meet a woman at a cafe, and Makise agreed. The time has come that meeting. At the beginning of the meeting, everything went smoothly. But after that, Makise gave his respect to Genji and want to be a member of Genji. Then Genji continued to recruit a leader who was also very strong, namely Izaki. Genji also met Izaki to invite him to fight. But apparently Izaki brought a lot of members, and Izaki also ordered his member to attack Genji. Genji fight with Izaki members. Genji, who is a true fighter, who has no fear and tries to fight many Izaki members. Even though Genji can beat all Izaki members, Izaki still give respect to Genji because he's amazed by Genji courage. Long story short, Genji began to have many members. And they also named the group GPS, which stands for Genji Perfect Seiya, which means Genji Perfect Army. GPS is Genji Perfect Army. This news was heard by Serizawa, the man he met at the beginning of the story, who is most powerful leader in Suzuran. Not long after that, Genji also invited Serizawa to fight. After determining when and where the fight was, Serizawa agreed. And it was time for Genji fight with his member against Serizawa and his member. A very fierce battle, a very amazing, a very chaos battle that lasts from day to night. All members Genji and Serizawa had fallen, and left Genji and Serizawa. And there was a duel between Genji and Serizawa. With the remaining strength, they fought with all their might. And in the end, the duel was won by Genji, and Genji became the leader in Suzuran. That is the story of how Genji can become the strongest leader in Suzuran. Well, starting from the first time he entered school, asking for explanation from several students, meeting every leader and fighting many people alone, and fighting with all his might, and finally he became the leader in Suzuran. This story is just a fictional story, and fighting in school is not a good thing, but this is just a story. This is just a story that I took from movie and only for entertainment. The positive side that we can take in this story is never give up in achieving your goals. Be brave and don't give up easily. I think that's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.